worldwide. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I go by the name of Caesar, aka Mr. Sneak Around, and you're tuned in to yet another installment of Apparently This Happened. And yeah, this is the one-stop shop for things that are happening in the world, whether it's positive or negative, or it's something that I think you guys should be privy to. I'll bring it right to you, man, and bring it right to your screen. Now, with that being said, before we even proceed, do me a super solid, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, push us up in the algorithm, help me build up something that is beneficial to not only myself, but other people that are coming from, coming behind me. Pause. It sounds crazy, right? For any people that I'm paving the way for, just like other people paved the way for me. Let me say that. All right. Now, with that being said, right now we're talking about a topic that we're talking about a topic that we already touched on. Pause. Right? But we're talking about a topic that we already touched on, which is Akademiks going against Back On Figg, or Back On Figg going against Akademiks. And about a video or two ago, I did discuss and give my perspective on Akademiks calling the No Jumper Show, speaking to Adam about why he's doing what he's doing. And he kind of gave them a warning, telling them that, hey, man, like, you don't want to go at it with me. Your arms are too short to box, etc., etc. Now, with that being said, the only reason I'm just bringing this to your attention again, and it won't be an ongoing thing, I'm just bringing it to you because there's an update, right? The update is Akademiks, I guess, has got more to say, or he's got more on his mind, or maybe he felt like he didn't get enough off of his chest when he spoke to Adam on the No Jumper Show. So let's see what happened. Before we even proceed, you know what we do. We support the channel that we're taking the content from, or the content that we're using, right? Smash the like button. It's only right, man. Proper etiquette. Let's get to it.
They got me feeling like I'm Akademiks.
Figg, man. You see, this is what I want to do to y'all.
Right.
Now y'all got y'all slave master Adam hitting me like, I'm getting on stream. I see you about to get on their ass. See, I'm not even trying to get on y'all ass. Y'all was getting your ass whipped by Adam. Now Adam is texting me. He want me to finish y'all niggas. He want me to finish y'all. See, I don't do missions like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all boxing out of y'all lead. Y'all arms. Well, first of all, one of y'all arms don't work.
Wow.
Okay. When it comes to the TDE West Coast niggas, it's like I'm beefing. It's a Special Olympics.
Wow.
I'm beefing with one guy that I can't see.
Man.
I'm beefing with one guy with one arm. I'm beefing with another nigga with one leg.
Bruh. When we were younger, and we had no sense, right? When a person cracked a joke about maybe a person with a disability, we might have chuckled, right? But the older you get, and when you get to a point where you have enough discernment, whether you're 10, 15, whatever age you get to, right? You realize that, you know what, at some point or another, first and foremost, I'm lucky to be able-bodied all around. Intellectually, physically, all around, man. Like, my character, my everything, right? You realize at some point you may have kids. And then you start to think differently, because you think to yourself, what if God curses me and, my kids turn out the same way that people who are being joked about, kind of turned out, or has a life like the people that I'm chuckling about when people crack jokes. So when I look at Akademiks, I can clearly see he's at that stage in life where he's just like talking and whatever. But at some point or another, I'm telling you, it might hit him. There's some people it never hits, man, and yeah, I feel for them. Now, with that being said, too, AD is closely associated with the gang. They're one squad, right? And AD has an autistic son, and he does a phenomenal job with his autistic son. So I predict that this discussion over here, or whatever Ak is saying about Special Olympics and beefing with guys who have disabilities and all that, and really leaning on to the disability, subject, is going to result in touching it's going to strike a chord with AD, man. It's going to touch a nerve. I promise you.
Like, nobody that's able-bodied, and they're telling me about getting pressed. One nigga can't see. One nigga got one arm.
Wow.
One nigga is like limping. He limping. He look like he crip walking every time he walk.
Wow.
These are the people that want to come get at me. Not even an able-bodied motherfucker.
the audacity. And the thing is, he's saying it, man, and he's saying it matter of factly. He's not even thinking too hard about it. He's speaking his mind. And it is what it is, man. Like, jokes are jokes, man. But you gotta be wise about the jokes that you're cracking, bro. Like, for real, man. Like, I know I'm on camera and I speak my mind and everything, but at the end of the day, I'm also mindful because I'm not trying to be like, I'm not trying to say anything that's hurtful to people. Now, if I say anything that is hurtful and I didn't intend for it to be hurtful, it's not intentional, then it's something that I'll have to take up front, right? But if I'm intentionally trying to hurt somebody, man, verbally, hey, bro.
Now we get the slave master, Adam, because he put these boys, he put the whip to them. You feel what I'm saying? I gaslight them niggas to go start their own shit. Now I hear one bankrupt. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what's going on.
This guy is so slick, man. Like, he's talking about someone like going bankrupt, and that someone is specifically T-Rel. And I have to bring to light something, right? When people go bankrupt, they go bankrupt for different reasons. Sometimes it's to restructure their business, because the business is bankrupt, but them personally are not bankrupt. So the LLC might be bankrupt or going through it financially. For example, Adam, when he bought that building for no jumper, that was a huge investment that he put in, right? Now that investment, there's no ROI, there's no return on investment from the investment that he initially put up, the money that he put up, right? The business itself is suffering, but Adam himself is still doing very well for himself, and his pockets are still fat. The business is suffering. So sometimes you have to have a level of discernment and understanding when it comes to, finances. And on top of that, why clown somebody because they fell on, like, quote unquote, potentially financial hardship, right? The majority of your audience, man, might not be well off, man, yet they support you. And in them supporting you, they're fattening up your pockets. So in reality, you shouldn't really be clowning on people going through financial hardship, because those people are still dedicating their time and still assisting you in elevating your lifestyle. So you gotta be wary and you gotta be mindful, when you're talking about people being broke and all that. But it is a slick little thing that he did, man, with the academyloans.org, man. That is fire. That's funny and fire, man. Like, the timing, he's funny. I can't lie, man. And I told you before, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. One thing I can never take from Act, man, is he's super talented, super skilled, paved the way, and he created the blueprint for a lot of us who are doing what we're doing. Anyone who's in a similar world to what I'm doing right now, what he's doing, he paved the way. So we can never hate on that, man, and he's accomplished a lot. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying right now, there's no malice in my heart, man. Like, we're having a conversation. The same way I'm speaking right now will be the same way I speak when you're in my presence. Same way. And that's what I pride myself on. Let's get to it.
Big Act giving out loans. Big Act is still giving out loans. I know Adam won't do it, but Big Act is just go on the website. Just go on the website. Back on Figg, your arms ain't long enough to box with the guard.
Wow.
Keep going at whoever the fuck y'all be going at, and deal with Adam. Adam was being nice to y'all. I'll get y'all finished in a calendar week. It might be the hottest week and the last week for y'all. Okay? Y'all got to think about this. Just remember, even mentally, we're not on the same stratosphere.
Man.
Nigga, let me just remind y'all stupid ass niggas what happened in case you forgot. In case you forgot. This is why y'all should have never, ever...
That's another thing, too. When you're so quick to down people or look down on people and feel like your mental, like, range, man, and your mental aptitude is, like, so high, you get what I'm saying? And your IQ is much higher than your peers, and you feel like you're basically the smartest in the room, right? You always put yourself in a position that is kind of vulnerable, right? Because that shows that you're underestimating your opponent, or you're underestimating the person who's in front of you. Never underestimate anybody, period. I don't care how much you have. I don't care what you've accumulated in life. And I'm speaking directly to you. If you happen to be watching this, and it benefits you, never underestimate a soul. Whether you're in the work environment, whether you're playing sports, man, boxing, whatever it is, playing chess or whatever, never underestimate your opponent, because the minute you think that you're way smarter and you're way more intelligent, like, you know, you're functioning on a conscious level way higher than your opponent, is the first, and like that is when you put yourself in a bad position. Because you're not going to be as sharp because you're underestimating him. You're not going to move as slick because you're underestimating him. He's underestimating them, and I don't think he understands where this could go in reality. Verbally, he might be quick-witted and quick with it, right? But outside of that, man, just like you have your strengths, man, they have their strengths. Facts.
Spoken about me in a bad light. In case you forgot. And talking about pulling up on niggas, remember, we ain't see you niggas pull up on nobody yet. Let me tell you, the first time I pulled up.
Welcome to Arcade.
With this plugin, you could make...
Hold on. No. We got to go back. I got to type it in, but yeah. Where's the episode? I think I went to Reboom. I ain't gonna lie.
See what I'm talking about? That is the first part of your movement. The one thing you don't realize is, man, you act like your ish don't stink. And you put yourself on the highest pedestal, right? But right there is Mr. Boom, who was your best friend. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not trying to, but that is one portion of your story that people could exploit, twist, and discuss, man, for eternity, questioning your character. So you gotta be smart with the way you're moving, because they don't have that type of smut on their name. You get what I'm saying? You're going right out the gate talking about bankruptcy and disabilities. These are sensitive subjects for people. Your sensitive subject is open cases, and this gentleman who had a questionable case. They said Boom had a weird case. Why is he around? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that type of vibe. And I'm just speaking, if we were homies, man, I'll be saying the same thing, like, yo, bro, like, hey, man, like, check this out. Like, I don't think that's a good move to make. Maybe behind the scenes, call AD, because you got his number. Just call him and find out what's going on, and, you know, and find out if it's really beef. If it's just content, man, then okay, cool, keep it content. Those guys were just joking and making a joke about you going to Dave Free, going to the GNX concert, meeting up with Dave Free, or Dave Free and then pulling up on you when you pulled up to their show, asking you if it was, you know, if it was real or if it was just content, right? They said that you got pressed, man, and they're just making a joke out of it. And I think they thought that you would take it lightheartedly and just, like, you know, take it as a joke as it was. Nah, man, they didn't press me, bro. You know, this is how it went. But instead, you went left. You said that your arms are too short to box. Now you take it over to Adam. You're clowning them. And then you're clowning Adam's co-host, man, Munchie B, because that's the person you're referring to, saying that, oh, one person can see. The other person's got, like, you know, like, can't use his hand. The other person's, like, you know, got a messed up foot and looks like they crip walking all the time. So you're saying all these things, man, and you're saying actual personal stuff about them. Bear in mind, there's not one personal thing that they've said about you except something that is probably touching your heart, because you're realizing that, oh, I don't want to look like a punk, man, like, you know, and because you're a man. At the end of the day, you're a man, right? So you don't want to look like a punk, but now you're feeling some type of way because they're making it seem like you got pressed. And then you talk tough, man. You're like, yo, man, if anybody had touched me, it would have been over with. But in reality, man, you're the first person who says, yo, if anybody touches me or anything, man, I'm calling the feds. So it's confusing, bro. It's like, which side are you on? Like, when you get pressed, you're media and you're a civilian. When you're online and you're talking and you got the sauce and you're like, bro, like, yo, man, if anybody touches me, yo, man, I'll flip. You get what I'm saying?
Where's the, listen, the day, when I walked into No Jumper that day, I can't find the episode. Y'all found the episode. I went to No Jumper, it was like years ago. The first thing I said to myself, this building will never be the same when Ak walk out of here. Y'all can't let a fucking quasi. I went up in there I seen a T-Rail nigga, he was gassed. I told him he was Charlemagne. I said, you give me Charlemagne vibes. What? Gassed. I said, good. I like this. This nigga think he's cooking with steam. Perfect.
Wow. So that, okay. I can understand from the perspective of the art of war. You're going into an establishment where you already have a bone of contention against the main person, which is Adam, the head, at the time, right? I can understand you going in there and using the strategy that, like, you know, folks have used against our people for eternity. Divide and conquer. Now, if I whisper in his ear and I gas him up, this and that. Now, if he genuinely went into the building with that type of mindset and a strategic plan to, like, create inner turmoil and conflict, then he is a genius. He's diabolical. Straight up. But sometimes I think people say things, man, because it makes them look good, right? You know, but at the end of the day, if he really did that, for one, when you were going into their establishment, I wonder how they felt about you. Because at the time, they were pledging allegiance to Adam, and that's AD, T-Rail, and everybody in this, like, you know, all the hosts, right? The co-hosts, right? At that point, they were pledging allegiance to Adam. So how did they feel about you coming into their domain? Encroaching on their territory? Right? Was it all, like, you know, like open arms type vibes? Or, like, were they, like, you know, were they about to line you up? We'll never know.
Now I just got to get them to now believe that they're worth more than Adam is paying them. Because I know the white man ain't never going to give you too much. Gassed them off of that. It was 3 months later, they're like, we're quitting. We're quitting. Peace. I'm like,
my stomach is.
You know what the funny thing is?
I need to eat something.
Them niggas quit. I was on the phone with Adam. I'm like, yo, they dumb as shit.
Wow. So you're being disingenuous with people, like, you know, who wow, bro. So even if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, that everything is patched up after this, right? Let's say Ak does reach out to AD, or AD reaches out to Ak, and they hit the jack and they talk about it, right? How would people ever feel comfortable or look at you the same, knowing that they had no true play against you, possibly, right? I'm just saying in a hypothetical sense, right? But you had this whole narrative, and behind the scenes, you were calling Adam and clowning them and making fun of them and saying they're dumb and shit and all that. But in their presence, you weren't carrying yourself like that. So, are you a genuine human being, man? Or what, bro? Damn.
Ask Adam, I promise you, I swear. Nigga, I did the same shit to Ruri and Millie Moore. That shit happened. Me and Joe was on the phone like, yo, they dumb as shit, bro.
Wow.
Yo, let me tell you this. Yo, first of all, Smack is like half retarded. Y'all can't add up y'all mental capacity and intellect to fuck with a nigga like me.
And that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Like, when you have a mentality where you think that you have the highest level of consciousness against the people that you're going up against, it is not a smart move, man. You know? Yeah, you're smart. Highly strategic. But at the end of the day, even the best generals do not underestimate their opponents. The art of war will teach you that. 48 laws of power will teach you that. You can never underestimate your opponent. Like, thinking that you're way smarter than the person that you're dealing with will put you in a predicament of predicaments.
Okay? Y'all got to stay with Adam.
Man.
Nigga, I fucked up the good thing you had going on. I fucked up the good thing y'all got going on, nigga.
And he's now trying to play mental gymnastics with them and say, oh, like, you guys are not doing too well based on where you are right now. You should have stayed with Adam because you were doing much better, you know, and making better content, right? But the thing is, would you rather work for somebody and your value not be appreciated, or would you rather create your own thing, knowing that win, lose, or draw, Whether you fail or succeed or whatever in between, it is on you. If you fail, the onus is on you. If you succeed, the spoils of success, all on you. What will you choose?
I put y'all on unemployment like that. What's that episode? I gotta find it. It's way back in the day. When I went there, and 80, I fuck with you. So stay out of this one. Say about you. You weren't even there that day when I went. I looked to my right. I seen the T-Rail nigga. I looked over here. I looked at Adam. I said, Adam, I make sure this nigga think he's bigger than what he is. Hold on. Where's the fucking... It's like from 10 years ago. When did I show up in there? Somebody got... This is shit so old. Akademiks episode. Oh, House Phone was there. House Phone was there. Oh, yeah. You got the horniness and the fuck. This was the moment I said.
Even when you're looking right now, right? And there's Boom right there, man. Even when you're looking at it right now, look at T-Rail's eyes. Look at the way he's looking at him. The eyes never lie. Like, his eyes almost have the you know, and I guess I can't judge, but if I was using my discernment, right? He's looking at him like, yo, look at this clown ass dude, bro. Look at this square. Look at this square ass guy. I'm telling you. And I'm not speaking like, you know, but I'm speaking from the perspective of a guy, and I'm talking about T-Rail specifically, who's a hood dude looking at Akademiks, who's like the true definition of a civilian. That's a hood dude looking at a civilian like, oh man, look at this square. Look at this guy. Hey.
Yo, Adam, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. When I showed up there this day, T-Rail's ego was out the Richter scale. He was done. So I knew I got him. House phone popped up, but House Phone gave me good vibes. We were cool. Straight. You feel me? Me and Adam, chest.
Maybe you're mistaking T-Rail's vibe for folks who are waiting for you to say something out of pocket, because at this point, you guys weren't really seeing eye to eye, you and Adam. This is a fact. You guys weren't cool like that. Like, this was your first, probably one of your first appearances after you guys had, you know, smoke. And you guys had a little traction and a little, like, you know, friction with each other, right? I'm just saying.
Chess plays. Let me tell you this. Here's the reality of it. I learned, remember that when I went, this is before I even bought the house. Remember when I went crazy on Adam? I had to acknowledge, I said, listen, me and Adam, we gonna be in this shit forever. The rest of you niggas, we get you out of here when we want. So I said, I just gotta teach Adam a lesson. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I'm the worst nigga to play with. But we're always gonna have a level of understanding and respect. You got to.
Cool.
It's two giants. You get what I'm saying? But the rest of you niggas, let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell every podcast.
Out of here.
If y'all invite me to y'all podcast and one of you hosts been taking shots at me, y'all got 6 months before that nigga either quit or get fired.
But that's the thing, right? In reality, the only reason that a person, like, let's say a person will quit or get fired would be because behind the scenes you're playing chess and you're playing with the person's, you know, and at that point you're playing with the person's livelihood, right? Because that's how they're making a little bread on the side on top of whatever else they're doing. So if you strategically, intentionally set out to make sure that they lose their position with it, whatever organization or team that they're dealing with, then that's kind of malicious intent behind what you're doing, because at the end of the day, you have to differentiate between someone having a difference of opinion versus somebody who is maliciously trying to talk smack about you, right? Someone having a difference of opinion is just a person speaking from their perspective, and as long as they're respectful with what they're saying, like, for example, what I'm saying right now, there's a strong possibility if Ak had to happen to see this, he'll feel like I'm disrespecting him and I'm talking crazy about him. But in reality, I'm just speaking my mind and I'm being as respectful, because I would say the same thing in his presence when having a conversation back and forth. Right? So you have to be mindful. The energy that you put out into the world is the energy that will come right back. You got to be smart with the way you move, man. That's why I carry myself the way I carry myself. I'm not trying to talk crazy about anybody. This is just a camera, a man, his mindset, and his perspective. And hopefully you can feel the good energy that I'm giving as well. Because I'm not here to tear down anybody. I'm just speaking because the same way I'm speaking, people have a license to speak about me. As long as they're not disrespecting me, I wouldn't feel any type of way. And at the end of the day, you have to also kind of filter what you let in and what you you accept, right? Never let anybody live in your brain rent free. Straight up.
The only person who I think is better than me, is Whack 100. Whack will spin the fuck out of you. But right here, I was like, without.
You guys should come up with a show together, you and Al, like Whack 100, called The Spinners. Matter of fact, you, Adam, and Whack should all collaborate, man. One show. I know you guys have done it already, but make it official, man, and call yourselves The Spinners, man, because you guys are the kings of spinning the narrative. The second somebody touches on a nerve or touches on a point that you guys cannot, get out of, and it's a valid point, or you guys are going to spin it or increase the volume that you're talking with, because you guys have obviously like booming, loud voices and stuff like that, so of course you're going to take over the space, but my nickname for them now is The Spinners, man, because they're good at what they do. This is a fact.
At this moment, Back On Figg don't even exist. I don't want to hear no more conversation. End it. Stop it. Just stop it. Without this moment, there's no Back On Figg. He'd be clocking in. No overtime. Feel me? Without this moment, there's no Back On Figg. I want to remind y'all, this is why y'all should mind y'all business. Without this, I created Back On Figg. I want to be very honest. I walked in there, and by the way, I'll tell you why. This is right after, I think, I remember Adam was trying to like interview Angelica, and I'm like, hold on now, nigga. You don't want to do this with me.
That's exactly
That's before
time.
me and Angelica became besties again. Me and Angelica are besties. Okay? Shots.
That's another thing about Ak that I find kind of interesting, right? He'll have a situation with a girl. They break up, man. The breakup has got like animosity. The girls are talking about him sideways, pissed off, and they're saying the craziest stuff, right? Willing to go and align themselves with his enemies and talk crazy about him and expose him in several different ways. Then shortly after, like, he's cool with him again, and they're rocking again, like Angelica, and now he's like, yo, they're besties, right? And my whole thing is like, yo, how can you make yourself or put yourself in a position where you're so vulnerable to a person, knowing that a person has tried to bring you down or destroy you? There's one girl who exposed, medications that he was using because she claimed he had an STI. Another girl is exposing him for this, man, like pictures about his, his body, saying he had a rash. Like, you got girls trying to bring you down, man, and I don't see him doing anything to bring them down, except talking about them and maybe, well, they're bums and it is, man, and I took care of you. But beyond that, man, there's nothing really disparaging that he's saying, that is like really as out of pocket as what they're saying, right? Now, it might be true, but within the sanctity of you guys being together, man, like, why suddenly does a girl choose to, like, go, yo, man, I'm gonna break you down, man? I know girls can get emotional and ladies can get emotional, but damn, man, you go back to it? Back to the situation that almost destroyed your brand because they're tarnishing your name and they almost bringing down your brand and you're cool with that? That's crazy. I'm not even trying to be too graphic, but the situation must be that good. It must be that nice, bro, that you're willing to, like, go back to whatever it was that almost brought you down. Wild, man.
That's Angelica. But I went up in there and I said, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. Worked.
Premeditated.
When I get up these days, I don't even know why Adam be beefing with him. Nigga, I looked up. This is why I said I'm blaming Graham for all this. I looked on their page today, and this shit was abysmal.
Yeah.
Procrastination isn't your fault. It's a broke mentality.
I was like, 500 views 2 days ago.
That's another thing that I'm curious about, right? Is YouTube doing something that is filtering certain pieces of content and showing like extreme favor to other pieces of content? Because a channel that's got like how many 207,000 subscribers, right? Only able to pull 512 views over a period of 2 days. And I know it's a clip that's 5 minutes and 22 seconds long, but 5 minutes and 22 seconds is a short space of time. So the volume of people should be higher that are watching it. So is there a setting that people are not using that they're supposed to be using, that is supposed to be driving the content to the forefront? Is the number of creators that are coming into the game more than usual and the competition is way higher? I don't know, but I've noticed it across the board that the views and the viewership that big channels are getting doesn't correlate to the number of like subscribers that they have. Math Hop is another example. Math Hop is, my expert opinion, has 1 million plus subs. But when he puts out any piece of content, he's only getting like 5,000 views, 3,000 views. I'm trying to make sense of that. You get what I'm saying? It seems the smaller content creators are having the most success, and is it because YouTube algorithm is now favoring smaller like content creators because they feel like they're fattening up, like they've fattened up the wallets of the bigger content creators enough, and maybe the content that they're putting out is not, it's not great quality? I don't get it. Or is it because of the work ethic and the audience is getting tired of seeing people? I don't get it.
Then I realized, hold on. The only thing that got over like 10,000 views is Akademiks turns down the TDE fade. Hold on, I gotta zoom in that y'all can see it. So that's why I was like, nah, don't give him the stimmy. But I said, I wouldn't be me if I didn't do it. I wouldn't be, look right above it. 500, 28,000, 500. Okay, I can't lose my voice. Chat.
Now, I have to say, when I'm looking at it, it's like 3 days ago, 2 days ago, and these are clips, right? So I'm assuming this might be the clip channel, or is this the main channel? Because if it's a clip channel, then it makes more sense, right? Because it's a clip. And you know what? It does make more sense now, because all the content is short. It's not their long-form content, so maybe us looking at the long-form content will give us a better understanding of, like, what it really is. Like, I'm just curious, like, I'm really curious, bro. Let's see, man. Can't spell today. I'm a little bit curious, man. Like, Back On Figg or Back On Figg. Let's see. No, this isn't. Oh, snap. You know what? Then my theory is wrong. You know what? Never mind. My theory is wrong.
I know Adam was taking it easy on y'all Back On Figg, but I think I created y'all. And if you ever heard, if you got a good mama, a good daddy, I brought y'all into this world and I'll take y'all out. Leave me alone.
Wow.
I brought y'all into this world and I'll take y'all out.
Wow.
Y'all would have been still at motherfucking no jumper if it wasn't for me. I brought y'all into this world and Big Act will take y'all out. Okay? It's the facts. Keep beefing with y'all slave master. All right? Adam.
Wow. Even demeaning them and talking about them like they're slaves, bro. Keep beefing with your slave master. is diabolical business. Like from one black man to another black man, one minority to another. Whoa, man, like that is wild, bro.
Adam, you can't let Kunta and them run off and not come back. You gotta get them in.
Now you're referring to them as Kunta Kinte, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. If this was like real life, and let's say we're back in the days of slavery, right? The way you sound right now, like you sound like the guy who got free laughing at the guys who never ran away. Instead of uplifting the guys who ran away and supporting them and saying, hey man, business is slow right now. I understand that you guys left a bigger channel. You guys created your own thing. Yeah, the views might not be as high right now, but you're doing your own thing. You're laughing at them and you're saying, and you're referring to Adam as their master until now. Bro, I hope they patch it up, man.
And what's your Toby? All right, my bad. All right. Anyway, it's just jokes. No, as they say.
Nah, bro. Like no.
Just You see, y'all not even good at the content game like me to go content for content. That's the thing I was trying to tell y'all. Y'all can't try to content up like y'all not even good at street shit. Y'all not even good at the street shit enough to make it content. Nigga, I'm the best at content, the greatest ever.
Facts. For this type of content, 100%.
Anyway, Adam, you owe me some money if I put the final nail in the coffin for them, all right? Because I know you.
And the thing is, Adam has had a bone of contention against specifically T-Rail. He seems to be lenient with everybody else, including Smack and all that. But when it comes to T-Rail, man, and Heather, he is so adamant on exposing their financial hardships or quote-unquote hardships. Meanwhile, they have an elevator in their house and they live in a beautiful house. They're living a beautiful life, man. Their business is booming. So I don't understand. And again, I will say, when people go for bankruptcy, man, it is not always what we think. They're different types, right? But my whole thing is, like, why even try to go and bring out someone's financials, man, and finances into play when the whole thing is about your character and the mindset that you have as a person?
You've been waiting. I know you've been waiting. Oh, my God. All right, anyway. But yeah, this is how I created Back On Figg right here. I created it. I'm daddy. I'm daddy. Y'all were happy, punching into a job, and I came in there and gaslit you. Like I should. Because I was tight of Adam a little bit. Gaslit you. And I watched it foster, and every time y'all had beef, I reacted to it, and had y'all.
So this guy took advantage of what they had going on, man, and as the beef was escalating and as emotions and bones of contention were festering behind the scenes, he was just playing the puppeteer too, man, and just like, hey, those were the times when he was having these guys call his show and, you know, everybody was calling in and speaking about their grievances with what they had with Adam and how they felt and all that. Like, I remember those days, bro.
Call in. Yo, come on, call in.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, you see that?
Adam did what? Yo, I'll pay you niggas like $1 billion. Just come over here. Just come over.
Just using them for content.
I looked up. Yo, we quit and we could do better by ourselves. What?
Diabolical, bro.
Perfect.
Diabolical, man.
Chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The chat is undefeated. I'm sorry. So please, Back On Figg, get back on y'all job. Keep doing your thing. But please, punch within your league. Please, punch within your league, please. Please. Okay? All right.
He's saying they should punch within their weight class. So this is their response, man, and this is what they had to say about all of this, right? And this was interesting. Now, before we even proceed, show some love to IQ Shahid. Hit that like button because we're using a content brother, so don't strike me or anything like that because I'm doing it the right way. And I'm giving you credit on top of that. All right? And I will always do that. This is the blueprint, and I'm hoping that everybody else follows suit, man, because it's the right thing to do. All right, let's get to it.
Like,
nigga, if it's bringing
clickbait?
attention,
oh, like, some
yeah,
clicks,
if it's bringing that attention, nigga, you won't keep saying it. And mind you,
You took your side on that stance, so you taking that stance
That's all.
all
I
the
don't
way.
think that nigga doing that for clicks. I think he really believed that.
He probably do.
And
He
the
believed
whole
it,
heart.
but
It's also like I think they put light on that shit. Like, hey, let's talk about it. You know, more than the average podcast because this is where all our viral takes come from when you get mad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
about Drake
up.
shit. You know what I mean? That's every time you see something on their show, it's always the Drake viral clips. Him talking about Drake or something.
Damn, was Joe Budden right?
I think this nigga he really think he went into No Jumper, outsmarted everybody.
Yeah.
And he's taking the credit for us quitting is the funniest shit in America. This nigga think he went to No Jumper, homie, and implanted some shit in our head to where you say, you know what, we don't want to be with this black man.
When did he go
know,
up there though?
And that was a long time ago. Remember when he sat down? AD wasn't even there.
I was in Tennessee. I remember that day.
Yeah, AD wasn't even there that
You still have
day.
that thing pinned on your post?
Nah, I don't got that pin on my post. But that's how much
I'm looking at T-Rail right now, and he looks so flat. And that's not even a flat. I don't think it's a vibe of being flat because you're defeated. It's a flat, like, I don't even want to talk about this per se. I just want to get down, bro. I just want to, in the words of T-Rail, I just want to groove, bro. The way he's looking at it, because, like, I can tell, like, even when I mentioned the way he was looking at Act on that day in question that they're talking about right now, he was really looking at him like, you know, look at this sucker. I'm not calling you a sucker, Act. People might have looked at me like that, like, you know, like, when people are not feeling you, like, you can clearly tell. I don't think he was feeling you from then. There's a difference between people feeling you and people tolerating you. I think when you came, it was obvious that you guys had smoke, but they were tolerating you. They just wanted to see you move.
outsmarted these niggas. These niggas thought I came in there as some peon nigga like how they got on right now. You feel me? Like that's how they thought I was. Like I came in there already as a businessman, already established, already doing. I've already conquered everything in the industry. I've been traveled the world, all of that shit. Like I wasn't sitting down because I needed that shit. I was sitting down because I fucked with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, and
that's a fact. The reason why T-Rail was able to sit at that chair, I don't think him sitting in that chair was bringing him any more value, right? It was just a lane that he was entering, and I think it was an idea that he had that, okay, I'll join this platform. My name is already out there, because at this point, like, T-Rail had traveled the world with Tiger. He had already had a successful brand. He had a successful business in a store. And I think the store that he had with his wife was the second store. He had another store, the Last King store, the one that had the pyramids and, like, you know, the sarcophagus and all that extra stuff that they had inside the store, and it was all Egyptian themed and all that good stuff, right? He has had success, and he's been on MTV. He's been doing it up. There's an MTV show that they had, him and Tiger. So he already had eyes on him, and he had a name for himself. So he actually brought value to the No Jumper set in retrospect, in reality, I think, right? Because I don't even think at the time he was even being paid that much.
that white boy was sitting there hating already because he already knew the potential, but he didn't know how to really keep that shit going. And then you have this nigga Akademiks who hated this nigga and still hates Adam to this day. I don't know why they even still talk to him, but he probably still, he really actually idolized you though, Adam. This nigga a fuck nigga. You know what I mean? Because he want to do porn and he want to do all that nasty shit you doing.
I don't know. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. Like, T-Rail sometimes, man, if he feels some type of way, he'll just say whatever, bro. Like, yo, your mother's a this, man. Your daughter's a whatever, man. Like, yo, your mother's a crackhead. Like, he'll say whatever. So, I don't know how far true that part is, but, like, I can understand what you say to a degree. I hear it, man. But I don't think Act wants to get it aboard, bro. Like, corn, you know? I don't think so.
But he a black nigga and he really don't want to be judged. Like he really worrying about being judged with his fat, sweaty ass. You feel me? Like, but hold on, but he really just want to sit there. He don't want to be judged. So and then so we sitting in there. He acting like he got us going or something. Like he manipulating us. This is how he think of the West Coast. This is how he think like we some dumb ghetto gang banging niggas. Like he could come in there with just some little ideology and just milk it real quick and have us, our brains turn into where, oh, you know what? We don't need this white man. I'm like, man, you lost your mind. That day, if you look at that video, we could go back to the video that you was sitting there looking at, reacting to. That day, it was 10 niggas behind that table. We really was sitting there ready for you to say something to Adam, but Adam really didn't want to really go at it with you because he's a bitch. And I don't even really know why he's scared of you. But if you would have said something to Adam that day, would have slapped your face all the way off, nigga. It'd have been all the way into the back of that wall. It was the no jumper picture. It was right there. Like, we was ready to do that. But you...
I told you, right? The way T-Rail was just sitting to the side, just looking at him like this, man. If you've been around people, man, you've seen people look at other people like that. I've never had someone like really look at me like that I'm conscious of, man. They might have done it behind my back, but I've never had someone that I'm in the presence of like looking at me like that, man, because the mentality that I have, man, is I'll ask you direct, like, you know, you cool? You straight? Like, is everything all right? You know, I'll address it. So it's like, and I'm not a confrontational person, but I'm not a person who likes to feel uncomfortable or have people make me feel uncomfortable. At some point, I'm going to address it. You get what I'm saying? I might turn a blind eye to it and pay it no mind for a little bit. But if it persists, I'm going to end up saying, like, hey, man, like, is everything good? You all right? And that's a litmus test. Like, you good? You straight? You know?
Came in there, nigga, in peace. That day you got pressed again, you feel me, to go ahead and give niggas they flowers. And nigga in that motherfucker that you didn't even know because you seen all these niggas in here and you acted right in that bitch. You feel me? And then we was like, you know what? He a cool nigga, man. You know what I mean? Let the bro slide. He don't mean no harm. He good. But those weren't my homies. Those are AD homies. You know what I mean? The nigga you think is your homie, we was ready to go toes with this white boy for you. And the nigga didn't want to go toes with you, though. But so we let you slide, though. But good looking for the compliment. And since these niggas hold you at a high standard, yeah, I had that shit on. I had that shit pinned because I got into something, you feel me, that I didn't know that I was going to make traction in. And you motherfuckers that's the higher ups in here was calling me, oh, yeah, champion it on. So I let everybody else know that, you know, oh, look, these young niggas is saying it because I'm in here. I'm going to be a staple regardless of what niggas is talking about or not. But I just wanted everybody to see that shit. Y'all been took it off, though. But you for sure can't manipulate shit in no situation. And in every situation, bruh, we was ready to fuck you over for that nigga. You know what I mean? He's a hoe-ass, bitch-ass, really disloyal-ass, conniving-ass, weirdo-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? We was ready to do all type of shit for bro. And... you for sure were manipulating shit. I just wanted to get that out there for you, man, because, man, ain't you really weird, man? You stink. You really need to just go take a shower, you fat bitch.
Y'all niggas. Niggas, and you stink.
You really stink. You stink, nigga.
I like how
Damn, cuz.
the rhyme was like very articulate, and then it's like, stinky bitch.
No, you really stink. You really stink. I don't like these niggas be trying to dumb us down because it's not only him. Niggas really think we just dumb. I don't like that. Yeah. Niggas really think we just dumb, black, ignorant niggas. I don't like that shit.
It's funny too, because Adam white ass nigga, he's so fucking happy. And I remember, I swear to God, and this is facts, nigga, when I first got to know Jumper, this nigga Ack was bombing on Adam, nigga, disrespecting, talking about nigga Lena, nigga talking about his
drilling
kid,
cuz, huh?
nigga drilling cuz talking about, hey, I'm sitting there like, hey, cuz, what we gonna do? He like, don't say nothing, man. I just want this shit to go away. Like, nigga, straight pussy though.
Don't say nothing.
Nigga, he told us, like, don't say nothing. Just let this shit die out and all type of shit.
Out.
My nigga, he's sitting there bombing. He's saying, nigga, all type 6-man train. Nigga, you this, nigga, your kid is this, your kid is... Bro, he going ballistic.
Wow.
Ballistic on the nigga. I'm like, you want niggas just to shut up? All right, good, it's your business, nigga. Fuck it.
Don't say nothing, don't respond.
Yeah, I'm like, so soon as some shit happen, guess what, nigga? Soon as a nigga go at any of us, nigga, you over there sucking dick, nigga, straight up.
Text
now
me.
over there, nigga, oh, nigga, I don't want no problems with you, so give it to me. Like, no, cuz, that shit weak as fuck, bro. That shit is weak as fuck. I'm like, nigga, you scary ass bitch, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. The last time that you thought you saw one of us, nigga, you was ass and elbows, and we ain't even turn that shit to content, nigga.
Ass and elbows. Oh, man. Some of this lingo sometimes that I hear from people, man. Ass and elbows, bro. That is hilarious, man.
You scary as fuck, too, nigga.
That shit is crazy.
Scary as fuck,
We
nigga.
did a lot of shit, dog. So
No, I don't like that, cuz. And then nigga always acting like, oh, them niggas ain't got this. Like, nigga, everybody over here, nigga, got brand new business, nigga, Sprinter vans, nigga, motherfucking sponsors, nigga. I make more in Prize Picks than you pay any nigga at No Jumper, nigga. And that's facts, nigga. That's facts, nigga. Ain't it told all you niggas. AD got paid the most, nigga. Niggas over there getting crumbs,
Main
nigga.
character syndrome.
Crumbs.
Yeah, make the shit about him.
I'm just keeping it real. I don't like that shit, bro. we over here living nice. No Jumper over there looking like a used car lot, nigga. Shit looking crazy over there. And I'm gonna give you credit for one thing, nigga. At least I got Sharp's fucking dead mobile, church mobile out that motherfucking parking lot, nigga. That's it.
Wow.
Hey, look, fuck that nigga, though.
Bitch ass nigga, man.
Everybody going crazy. I love it,
I don't like
cuz.
that shit,
on
nigga.
Akademiks too,
Y'all
nigga.
niggas need to look at us like that. Fuck that fat ass nigga too. You talk about the disabled niggas. I told you the last time, cuz. Since I'm the only nigga that got access to you, since I'm the only nigga that you say that you fuck with, then honor the motherfucking fade, nigga. I will fly to New Jersey.
Wow.
Nigga, we can get it in like men and get this shit out the way, nigga. But all that talking shit, that shit is out. On the set. And then Wack is with it too. Fuck his bald headed ass too, nigga.
Wow.
Real, nigga. He Wack ain't do shit to me either, nigga. Oh God.
Wow.
This is crazy, bro.
Now, bear in mind, I'm an 8-ball shaver, man. Me and Bradley Martin, Wack, and all the 8-ball shavers, man. Vin Diesel, and everybody in between. I'm just laughing at the way he said it, man. I'll smack your bald-headed ass. Like, yo, your bald-headed ass can get it too. Man, why? But, bro, come on, man. That's Unc. But just call him, man. Come on. I don't even think he meant what he said when he said he was going to take up for Ack or whatever, man. Just come on, bro. Wow, man. So, yeah. So this is what's going on right now. And this is a development. This is their response in regards to whatever Ack said. And I don't even know where it's going to go from here. Will I continue to narrate and give my perspective on everything that's going on? Not necessarily, unless something, diabolical takes place. But I told you guys that at some point in time, AD would feel some type of way or express himself, because he's the only person out of all the guys. They all have kids. They all have kids, but he's the only one who's got a kid with a disability. So when you're making jokes about people in Special Olympics and all that, like, I know inside it touches a nerve, because in his mind he's thinking to himself like, yo, you're making fun of them. Indirectly, you're making fun of my kid, because at the end of the day, I am the one person, man, who identifies with anything to do with like Special Olympics or this and that. You get what I'm saying? For me personally, I understand, and my better half work closely as a social worker with kids with disabilities. You get what I'm saying? Learning disabilities, like, physical disabilities and everything, emotional disability, like whatever the technical term is, right? So I have a personal inside understanding of how much it takes to take care of people with disabilities, right? When I was younger, I used to be part of a program called Meals on Wheels, and would help people with disabilities as well, and people, like, you get what I'm saying, who are not able to take care of themselves, and provide them meal packages and deliver them. So at the end of the day, I understand what he's feeling. I get it. And I am blessed. My kids are able-bodied. I'm able-bodied. My better half is able-bodied. I've got family members and everything. They're all able-bodied. So I cannot even begin to imagine what it feels like having somebody clowning something that is closely associated with your day-to-day life. But he takes great care of his kid. All right? Now, with that being said, I go by the name of Caesar, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Out. I thank one and all for tuning in. You have been tuned in to Apparently This Happened. And yeah, do me a solid. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And until we meet again, I'll catch you guys in traffic. Don't chase the number, chase the dream. 1.
I be sitting back being humble. I be chilling.
That nigga said, nigga, we going to war. That nigga, we going to war. Nigga, fuck
out of here.
Like we supposed to trap like we supposed to be like, ooh. Fuck all them niggas, cuz. What you mean? Trap Ross and fucking Lunch and Adam. Academics, suck a dick.
Taking lunch is crazy.
You boy chasing. Nigga, how about that?
Niggas ain't getting no chili over there, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga.
I have to cut that one.
Nigga, go rent out the y'all can go rent out the FMW Sprinter van, bitch. Go ahead. Wow.
Chasing little boys and shit. Chasing boys' booties in the grocery store. Nigga, that's your squad, nigga.
I
What
told
your
you.
squad do?
We line up the academy too.
They're referring to Boom. I told you, like, when you got... I'm supposed to be out of it, ain't I? You know, I'm going to stick around for a little more. Like, I told you, now they're referring to people that you're associated with, and they're thinking, like, yo, he had a weird situation. Why was he around? And you were aware of it. Why do you keep him around? And now... you've opened up that door, and you talked about people's personal things, man, like things that affect them personally. Now they're gonna open that door wide and speak about everything that affects you personally.
Chasing
we got
booties.
niggas in wheelchairs too, nigga. We suave. You can get down with the homie facts, nigga. Everybody can just line this shit up and get this shit out the way,
These
bro.
niggas out here chasing booties, homie. These niggas chasing little boy sticks, bro. Y'all asking about little boy sticks.
Nigga at our live show, cuz nigga fist balled up about to sock niggas off with this nigga, cuz.
You see? And now there's a situation with that 15-year-old when they were joking and they were asking him, like, you know, they say they were joking when they were on stream or wherever they were, and there's recordings of like, you know, speaking to the kid, and the questions that he's asking the kid were kind of like, you know, questionable. Would it be questions that I ask a kid? Like, absolutely not, because the kid stays in the kid's place. Adults speak with adults. If you're talking to another grown-ass man, I can understand that. And I can understand culturally sometimes, like, when a person's looking at a person like a little bro or whatever, I get it, but I still can't, like, you know, like, condone it. Hey, I'm gonna stay out of it, man.
Worldwide.